live on 16th Avenue. Down the street from my house is Lord Byng School. It opened in 1925. Further down the street is UBC, which also opened in 1925 on the Point Grey campus. It had opened earlier, 10 years earlier, in a rather nasty bunch of shacks over by what used to be the old VGH. What happened in 1925? Why suddenly did the government find millions of dollars on the order of 4.5 million back when $1 million was worth a heck of a lot more than it is now? We would be talking hundreds of millions now in realistic terms. Why did they do that? It's because between 1920 and 1925, there had been street marches. Marches matter. They always have. There was a Lulu in 1922 called the Great Trek, which involved a stream of volunteers, many of them ordinary parents, high school students, elementary school students. They said that they were marching for post-secondary education funding, but it was also for secondary school funding. They wanted to get rid of tuition fees, which still had to be paid for secondary education back in those days. So people wanted free secondary education, and they got their way. So the result of a massive public demonstration of neighborhood organizations with pieces of paper taped on the front doors of something like 18,000 households all over Vancouver was that the Liberal government of the day, it's odd, they're the same government, not the same Liberals, but another Liberal government, found that it was embarrassed to continue with its short-sighted and Scroogey attitude to education funding and reversed course in 1924-25. Last thing, the parents of the day asked for a rethink, a fundamental reconsideration of what the purposes and organization of public education should be, and said, let's have a Royal Commission about this. And there was one called the Putman-Weir Report. It's online, and in fact, if you email me, I'll be happy to tell you, give you URLs for that Royal Commission and many subsequent ones, some of which are monumentally boring. But the 1925 one is not boring. It's a remarkable document that shows how quickly government can be made to respond to parental action. A lot of it sounds old-fashioned, but I don't think that the politics have changed all that much in that period.